Maxwell Obeng, a junior, number 8. He's their other running threat. 207 yards on the season. Coming in. Oaks representing the Marmonte League. They are from Westlake Village out in the West Valley. Uni from the Western League, one of the longest standing prep leagues in the Los Angeles area, and in all sorts of trouble. Running away, firing it, nearly intercepted. To Kai Rogers, hoping this protection can improve. Fourth down and 21, and I think we have our yardage marker now working on the scoreboard. All right, small victory as the sun just about burnt away, looking towards Venice Beach. I see Santa Monica, Venice Beach area, the pink sky. Hunting from the end zone, dangerous position. He gets a high one, but it is a short kick. Rolling out of bounds, favorable. Well, it stays in bounds as the orange jerseys pin it. But Oaks will take that field position any day of the week. Friday night, Monday morning. Nobody plays football on Monday morning. What am I talking about? 14-0 Oaks Christian. Clock ticking away, 5:36 to go in the first quarter. Back on offense in this short field. You see 84 Colby Parkinson, their tight end. He's headed to Stanford. He stands 6'7". He's more of a blocker. They don't go to him in the passing game that much. I wonder about that, if they should use him more to kind of man the middle of the field and open things up on the outside. Rolling out is Corral. Corral lost one, and there he is, right on cue to Colby Parkinson. So I swear, folks, that this microphone is not connected to the Oaks coaching staff. Trying to get him involved. Parkinson missed quite a few weeks with a high ankle sprain after starting the season. They tried to work him back in last week, his first game, I believe, in 3 weeks. They are inside the 10 again, call it the 8. Corral rolling right, underneath for another Oaks touchdown. To Riley Herrera. So ho-hum, it's been touchdowns aplenty for Oaks in the first quarter. Still 4:45 on the clock. They've put up 3 scores 3 different ways. We had the fumble by Labrie, the running back, that rolled forward. Micah Pittman picked it up, and he was already running, so he just happened to take the ball with him all the way to the end zone. Extra point is good by Culhane. Then we had the Matt Corral quarterback run. Then we have the Matt Corral to Riley Herrera 8-yard touchdown strike, making it 21-0 for the visitors. Uni trying to regroup. Energy sucked out of the stadium early. They've got their return team out there. They're ready to go as they wait for Oaks. Trying to keep this game competitive, make sure it does not get out of hand. No coach wants to see the touchdowns just go on and on and on, unless you're firing back like Alameda and Marietta Valley did the last couple of weeks. Culhane out of the end zone. Number 7, Darius Gaines, the other return man for Uni. Didn't get his shot that he wanted. And the senior to Kai Rogers will try to get something going again. They're at a point in the game where with the blocking not happening off the line of scrimmage.
Thank you.
They've got to get creative. Some sort of rhythm going, a couple of positive yardage plays. Rebuild the confidence of the Wildcats. Starting from the 20 once again. Not sure about what they see. Timeout, Uni. We'll see if they design some quick strikes or quick handoffs or just get Rogers going as a runner. Delving more into this Oaks season, how it's progressed and at times regressed. They opened with a 65-55 victory at Chaminade, then ran into the stalwart team of Pennsylvania St. Joseph's, losing 49-17. We talked about the Paraclete victory, 21-14, and then those shootouts, which they split against Alamany and Marietta Valley. They've had some injuries, so at times they've had to work new players in, kind of regroup the game plan. And as the season goes on, maybe certain elements are a positive. Like last week when Labrie went down, Charbonnet, the backup running back, only a sophomore, he enters the game and breaks the school record for touchdowns. So when they get into tightly contested games where they'll need the endurance of their players, maybe a player like Charbonnet will be able to spell Labrie more. And nothing going for the running game of Uni once again. And prevent Labrie from suffering some of those injuries from just taking a beating. He just looked banged up last week. He was on the sideline the whole game. Checking in for Uni, you see from the sideline, number 1 to Kai Rogers with the play. Now they go back to the shotgun, searching for something, some positive yardage against Oaks. Man in motion, that's a different look. Rogers with the option takes himself. So even Rogers' feet only garnering a few yards. 3:40 to go now in the first. Brings up a third down. They have the giant U in the middle of the field at the 50-yard line, reminiscent of the University of Miami Hurricanes logo as well. Strong turnout for the home team. Looks like they have about 350 fans or so. Oaks traveling well on the other side in the smaller bleachers. A tightly packed 100. That's my guess. I'm eyeing across the field about 100 yards. Rogers, shotgun, handoff, wrapped up once again. Number 3, the ball carrier, Terrell Cox Jr., their leading rusher. So a lot of these plays seeming repetitive. It's either short gains that they can't loop together for a first down or tackles for losses. Searching for a way to get back in this game is Uni, the punting unit on the field once again. Back deep, hopefully to return. And he might get his shot for Oaks, number 5, Herrera. No, it does not. As Cox Jr. retrieves the ball, and the referee places it at the 37, the same place they started the last drive. The 37 of Uni. So Oaks not having too far to travel on most of these drives. Uni playing with fire. Gifting the visitors this field possession. Field position, rather. Corral. Flanked by Labrie. Corral goes left. Looking for Pittman. Robert Fletcher, the third string tailback, is the man back there. He's getting some reps in, not Labrie. Once again, folks, working without a monitor. I've got quite a distance. I'm looking at this ball game. So bear with me. Forgive me. Second down and 10. So Oaks seeing an opportunity early with a 21-0 lead, feeling confident. Have Fletcher in there. Get him some reps for now, for the future, for games as the season goes on. Corral underneath the Fletcher. He's following his blockers. He finds that seam, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Robert Fletcher taking the screen underneath, following his blockers as you should, and then jolting through that crease for the fourth touchdown of the first quarter for Oaks Christian. Culhane getting a workout early in this game. And not sure if it's a botch snap or a fake, but running it in for two is the holder. Danny Riddell. 29-0 Oaks. So Oaks, not the usual star players we see finding the end zone for them. Robert Fletcher, and then Danny Riddell on the two-point conversion. And Riley Herrera had the touchdown before that. Fletcher, a junior, 5'11", 160. He's listed on the roster as a running back and a center. A 160-pound center. This is one of the details of football, folks, that I should know better. But I think the C on this roster is captain. Now C stands for center as well. But when it's captain, it's usually in parentheses. And this is not in parentheses, so that's my excuse. Another kickoff for Oaks. Culhane into the night sky. At the goal line. Oh, gets away from him. So missing another chance to return it. Darius Gaines. So there's no 160-pound center unless you're talking about Pop Warner. Thrilling broadcasting, talking to you about parentheses. We'll be covering punctuation all night long, grammar. There'll be a spelling bee at halftime. 20-yard line once again for Uni to start this drive. 1:42 to go. Can they inject some energy into this stadium? Get something going against Oaks. Oaks has to feel good after just giving up so many points the last couple of weeks to be able to stop a team on the other side, get their offense going, wrapping up the tackles. You see that Oaks defensive line number 14 in on the play. Got to call out some of these defensive players for Oaks as they've been very active tonight. That's Josh Calvert, who we see a lot out there because he's the team's leading tackler. No gain. They stay at the 20. Does Uni have something in their playbook to not seem so predictable to this Oaks defense? Stacking the line is Oaks. They've got 6 down men, 2 linebackers. And there you see that aggressive approach, just stuffing the running game of Uni. Flag flies out of there. Great trajectory on that flag by the referee. And now we are up. I'm looking at the replay, folks. Pile of players. Maybe a skirmish at the end. Emotions running high. 29-0. Fighting for respect now is Uni. Maria. So they call that on Oaks. I'm guessing an unsportsmanlike conduct. 4:53 to go in the first. That can't be right. 45 seconds. 40. There they go. They take it away. Really dealing with the elements, folks. Just lights out. Technical difficulties. We're going to get this right. So can they manifest that penalty into positive offensive plays? The pitch wide right, and once again, same result. Almost the entire Oaks defense over there to pay the ball carrier a visit. Second down. Oaks dealing with high expectations coming in as well. So the season, a lot of local papers and coverages had them ranked as the #1 team in the area. But this is a team with 8 sophomores that graduated, 12 seniors, including the Area Player of the Year Michael Pittman, now at USC. So they are adapting. Not sure, as we approach the midway point of the season, if they exactly know who they are yet. Shot of the sideline of Oaks. They wear those black uniforms at home usually. End of the first quarter, 29-0. The Lions of Oaks Christian over the Wildcats of University. We are at University High School in West Los Angeles, just shy of Santa Monica. If you're familiar with the area, this is tucked in just about, I'd say, a football field or so, west of the 405 freeway, near Wilshire Boulevard. Switching sides, heading the other direction, Uni in those orange uniforms at the 34-yard line, 2nd down and 12. Takai Rogers hands it off once again. Like I said, they don't have much of a passing game. You're not going to see them pass that much. Rogers coming into the game with 36 pass attempts in 4 games. That's only 9 pass attempts per contest.
You said you can go back over there.
Oaks 11-1 last year until losing in the playoffs. They were 11-0.
Leslie.
A couple of first-year coaches tonight. Jim Bankford for Oaks and John Washington for Uni. 11-10. 3rd down and 13. Can they muster a first down? Will they go to the air finally? Rogers rolling, pitches it. Boy, oh boy. Oaks is just all over it. Just too predictable as Uni. They've got to trust their passing game at least a little bit and see if they can find something down the field, in the middle of the field, get creative with the underneath passing. Because right now, they just look like they're running the 2 or 3 plays you first learn when you start playing football, and Oaks is just sniffing it out. Pitch to one side, the pitch to the other side, the run up the middle, the quarterback keeper, and the punter on again.
Maria, what is pizza? The pepperoni.
It's getting one thing but not the other.
Herrera places himself, the return man, at the 47 of Oaks. He'd love a chance to return one. And a blocked kick, number 28, rushing in there. It rolls out of bounds. Jackson Sterling. Really spreading the wealth tonight. Check it out. The punt, Sterling coming in from the left side, extends those arms, gets a piece of it.
I wasn't aware of the thing.
And another great field position drive starts for Oaks.
Said it right there on the
Trying to keep it in bounds. Valiant effort by number 42 for Oaks. Bo Calvert. He's all over the field. First and 10 from the 19. Corral lets it loose in the corner of the end zone. Pittman gets a hand on it. A lot of contact, no call. Boy, Pittman. I mentioned those 380 yards last week. There's a replay. Pittman gets a hand on it. There's another shot. Pittman gets a hand on it. But not really a catchable ball. Corner of the end zone. They've been successful with that play over and over when Corral pump fakes it. The return man, the receiver, sorry. The defender bites, and then he'll hit the receiver, Pittman, in the corner of the end zone. We've seen that play quite a few times in the last couple of weeks. Corral, shotgun this time. Corral looking left. Hesitation, finds his big tight end, the 6'7" Colby Parkinson. He gains a few before being brought down by 3 orange jerseys. Over 9 to go, you see. Under the lights at Uni. They just got these lights in 2012. They played a lot of games in the dark here over the season. Corral rolling right. Corral firing with that big arm. Pittman stretching out for that one. For the touchdown. So Micah Pittman with his 8th touchdown catch of the season as his coming out party continues. The sophomore, so dynamic the last couple of weeks. There you see your field level shot. Corral stretching out. Pittman for the 5th Oaks touchdown of the night. Man down on the field for Uni. Look at that shot. Pittman.
¿Ya se fue?
Only a sophomore. You'd have to guess that with the lineage of his brother at USC. As we'll check on the Uni player. Some concern, of course. Looks like he's trying to get up. And there he is, up on his own 2 feet. A little bit of a hobble, but that's a good sign. 55 for Uni. Defensive tackle.
2 guys go over there and help him so he's hobbling. I don't got any side.
Chris Johnson. So he may be done for the night. Dragging that leg. Culhane on for the extra point. Getting back to that. Line drives it through, getting back to that lineage of the Pittman family. Their father, former NFL running back Michael Pittman, and boy, he was no slouch. He put up 121 yards rushing in the Super Bowl for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they defeated the Raiders of Oakland in Super Bowl 37. Now 35 should be 36 as the scoreboard has not changed.
Locating the
Sorry, folks. Culane actually missed the kick.
That's what the referee.
When he's perfect on the season, you kind of assume he's going to hit them all. That was his first miss of the year, 35-0.
Let's go, guys. Fire yourself up, man.
8:53 to go in the second.
Yeah, but there will be.
And another touchback for Uni. They start at the 20 again. The quarterback, Takai Rogers, trying to get something going. They've got to get creative with this play calling. I said it last drive, but I'll say it again. Just this real predictable running game with no true passing threat worked in has gotten them in this 35-0 hole. Of course, the defense responsible for giving up those points as well. But the offense, Rogers rolling right, nothing. Cuts inside. Swarm of defenders, 51-42. Bryce Bennett, 51 in on the action for Oaks. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Clock ticking away. Second and 8 make it according to the scoreboard. They place it at the 22. Rogers to Cox Jr.
They're moving at the snap of the whoever's in front of them.
Gets to the 25. 3rd down and 5. So here's a chance for a 3rd down conversion. A reasonable amount of yardage, 5 yards. Uni, even if it doesn't mean winning this game, something to build on against a team they seem outmatched by. A 3rd down conversion here. Just the practice of executing your offense, executing in these situations could pay dividends later in the season, later in these young men's career. They hand it to Cox Jr. and he's met by that Oaks pile. The blockers were there, but they just could not hold off that rampaging defense tonight of Oaks, who has given up 0 points after the last 2 weeks, giving up well over 100 total. 4th and 5 from the 25. Punting it on once again. Riley Herrera back once again for Oaks. And the kick. Herrera fair catches it at the 45-yard line.
All right, you're all set now. Just
so Oaks Christian with another drive starting in the territory of Uni.
Defense, get you up. Let's go, Chico.
And they will start this drive, I believe, with their backup quarterback, number 10, Trey Johnson, seeing his first action tonight, possibly his first action of the season. I don't recall seeing him. Johnson, a junior, 6'2", 175. Matt Corral's night may be done with his 35-point lead in the middle of the second quarter. Great opportunity for Oaks to get these reps in for these players as they build towards the future. And you never know as the season goes on who will fall to injury. If you can get these players experience now, get used to the feel of this high school game. Johnson hands it off right up the middle. Robert Fletcher. He already had a touchdown tonight. So a real chance for this Oaks depth to shine through on offense. Riley Herrera in at wide receiver. Micah Pittman still out there. Bryce Farrell, number 23, split out to the right of the quarterback. Trey Johnson. Johnson hands it off. Barreling through there is Fletcher. Boy, I tell you, whether it's Labrie, the backup running back Zach Charbonnet, or your third string man, Robert Fletcher, these Oaks runners all run hard between the tackles. They are not shy. They don't look like they are cowering. Not afraid of contact. A little bit of a high snap. Trey Johnson to Robert Fletcher. Fletcher, little bit of an opening, and he turns it into positive yardage before being brought down by the tackler, number 11 for Uni. That's William Dorsey with the stop, the middle linebacker. Dorsey second on the team with 28 tackles. Dorsey makes another stop. Oaks keeping it on the ground. Don't want to pile on the points with already a 35-point lead in the second quarter, but they will throw here. The slant to Pittman. Pittman looking to do some damage. He goes back. Can he go forward? So Pittman traveled about 27 yards to get 3 or 4. Trey Johnson with the completion. Not sure if that's his first completion of his career. I believe it is of the season. There's Johnson. Firing to Pittman.
Let's go, defense!
Pittman well over 800 yards receiving on the season now. So fast, he's out of your screen. There he is, back in.
Okay.
Making the cut. Micah Pittman with another catch. Oaks with that stacked running formation. Fletcher up the middle. Fletcher looking for room. Wrapped up again by Dorsey. Third down. Some of the Uni fans trying to bring back the energy of this crowd with a "Here we go, Uni" chants. There was actually one man, and he was somewhat unsuccessful to get anyone to join him in the "Here we go, Uni, here we go" chant. Cheerleaders are saying it. Timeout on the field. So if Corral's night is done, he now clocks in on the season with 12 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. He came in completing 57% of his passes, really because he just had one poor game against Paraclete where he just couldn't find his receivers. Looks like he was trying to establish rhythm. It was the first week without Parkinson. He's allowed a mulligan. 1,702 yards coming in. His 4th touchdown run of the night, of the season tonight as well. Boy, that shootout last week, though, we should really talk about that. They lost 70-62. We mentioned those lofty numbers of the individual players of Oaks. But on the other side, Marietta Valley with really a benchmark victory for them. Their sophomore quarterback, Hank Bachmeyer, 18 of 24, 408 yards, 7 touchdown passes, and he ran one in. They really sealed it in the second half with their running back, Olita Palmer. However, they switched gears. He had 269 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. and their big receiver, Marquise Spiker, with 4 touchdown catches and 237 yards for you stat heads out there. Okay, Trey Johnson back looking to work. Can't find an open receiver. Takes it himself. Trey Johnson showing off the legs, and he may also show himself the end zone. He does. Trey Johnson, the backup quarterback, getting in on the action in the first half, joining the touchdown parade for Oaks Christian, number 10, as we see the replay. Didn't like what he saw in the air, took it on the ground. Referee even had to give him a little room. And Trey for 6. Culhane hits this one. 42-0. 3:05 to go in the first half. The Oaks Christian Lions, the visitors, leading over the Wildcats of University High. Another replay, another angle. Trey Johnson, 6'2", he's got the long legs, covering a lot of ground. May not look that speedy, but that's the deceptive thing about height. In the end zone.
Before I have to say another word.
Both these teams starting league play next week.
Helen. ¿No quieres pizza? ¿Mamá, lo quiere?
Special teams back on the field. You see some residences of West Los Angeles, the basketball courts, the soccer goal. You can play any sport on this field right now. And the high kick by Culhane.
Go, baby, go!
Cox Jr. Or rather, number 2 for Uni. These orange jerseys are sure tough to see. The numbers, want to give the right man his credit. Abera Bezalel with a return. Uni High trying to avoid their second shutout of this season. They've got time. Only 2:40 to go in this first half. 1st and 10. Take high. Rogers sends a man in motion. Might be checking on the man or zone defense there. Rogers, that Oaks defense. Charbonnet has the ball, but doesn't look like there was any sort of fumble on that play that counted, at least. That's a deceiving angle with the soccer goal behind it, huh? We are definitely on a football field, folks. .138, see on the clock, 2nd down. Can Uni on this last drive, not a lot of time, 90 seconds now, but boy, they would love to just break one play here, get on the scoreboard, show some credibility in this game. Down 42-0 to Oaks Christian. Oaks ranked number 30 by Max Preps in the state. They were 16 a week ago, so they took a fall with that loss last week. But this might put them right back in the mix tonight. Such a convincing victory. Flags fly on that one. And running out of the pack with a little bit of room. The ball carrier for Uni. But the referees might have some bad news. And they do. Walking it back. So just right there. Illegal motion. On one of the most positive plays tonight for Uni. Flag bites him, so really just not their night, it seems, thus far. 57.8 seconds to go in the first half, down 42 points.
Seriously?
Might just want to play out the string of the first half and regroup. They are in dangerous territory. Any sort of miscue here could result in yet another Oaks touchdown. You don't want to do that with 30 seconds to go. Setting up the formation is Rogers, the quarterback. Two running backs. Man in motion. Rogers to the up back, and he is brought down. Has been the story of the first half when Uni has the ball. Stopped time and time again as the clock ticks down. Your score at halftime: the Lions of Oaks Christian 42, the Wildcats of Uni 0. You are watching LivePlaySports.tv. I'm Patrick O'Sullivan, enjoying that skyline view of West Los Angeles. Not a bad night for football as a helicopter or an airplane disappears. And there it is. So that's it, halftime. We'll be back with a recap shortly. Thank you for watching LivePlaySports.tv from University High. Hello, folks, and welcome back to LivePlaySports.tv's coverage of Friday night high school football. We are in West Los Angeles at University High, getting ready for the second half kickoff. It's been one-sided thus far. The visiting team, the Oaks Christian Lions, up 42-0 after 2 quarters over the home team, the Wildcats from University High School.
Can you go all the way down the range?
Just could not stop this team in the first half. Oaks Christian,
It is 0 to 42.
6 possessions, 6 touchdowns by 5 different players. Micah Pittman had 2 touchdowns, 1 on a fumble recovery of a Brandon Labrie running play. And then he had a stretched out 19-yard touchdown catch. Matt Corral, their quarterback, had a touchdown run and a touchdown throw to Riley Herrera.
Backwards.
Third string running back Robert Fletcher in on the action, had a touchdown run. And then they closed it with their backup quarterback Trey Johnson running one in on what looked like a designed pass play, but he took it himself and found the end zone. So Uni will hopefully try to get something going in the second half, get on the scoreboard, avoid the shutout. Great night for football nonetheless. Even on September 30th, we're in the 70s, weather-wise. You can see that on your screen. No rain, clear field, clear skies at night. I'm Patrick O'Sullivan with your call for Live Play Sports.
And then you can hit stop start, or you can hit
Speaking of University High, of course, a rich history, being a school that's located in central Los Angeles. Brings in a lot of the entertainment industry, as most schools do here. Try to give you some tidbits of that in the second half. Just an example of some of the movies that have filmed here over the years. Bruce Almighty, the Jim Carrey comedy film. Freedom Riders, Pineapple Express, Valentine's Day, Surviving Christmas. But under these Friday night lights, it has not been a lot of luck for the home team. Down 42, but they will get a chance in the second half to start things off on offense. Here we go. Culhane, the kicker for Oaks. Line drives one, and that will be into the end zone for the touchback. Most of the fans sticking around for the third quarter. It's good to see the loyalty from the home team and the visiting team. These players supported by their friends and parents. As the Uni band coming back from halftime break, they're already playing as they walk into the stands. They're ready to go. Takai Rogers, the quarterback, number 1, running into the huddle for the Wildcats, and coach John Washington in his first year, 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Here we go, second half. Rogers hands it off. No, tricks everyone on the keeper. Goes to his right, flag on the play. The first half was not without its fair share of penalties. We saw those flags flying quite a bit as well. I believe the referee picked up the flag as it's now 2nd and 10 of the 20. No yardage lost or anything.
Let's go O-line!
You might have heard that chant, "Let's go O-line," or a yell from the crowd we talked about in the first half. Not a lot of time for Rogers back there. And they really had a chance to pick up some positive yardage, but the ball just not caught by Kareem Miles. Whenever you're down 42-0, you are going to need a passing game. to somehow get back into this contest. Miles, usually sure-handed, leads the team on defense with 3 interceptions. He's a free safety as well. No wind tonight. Calm weather. Takai Rogers from the shotgun, 2 receivers on his left, 1 on his right. Sends number 2 in motion. Abera. And the Oaks defensive line has been fantastic tonight, getting in on the plays early, reading everything as they bring down Rogers. But I do have to say, a lack of creativity, whether it's the skill set of the players, no passing game, and a very mild running game for Uni. Boy, did Oaks need this. After that 70-62 shootout last week that they lost, and the 63-62 triple overtime thriller 2 weeks ago against Alamany that they won. Another punt. He had 1 blocked early in the first half. That's high and very short. It takes a very favorable roll. It rolls about another 14 yards. So a total disaster turns into a modest disaster. Oaks will start with 43-yard line field position, and you'll take that. So as Oaks piles on these touchdowns, they're being set up over and over by their defense and the special teams of Uni, these poor punts. Trey Johnson will start the second half at quarterback. We saw him late in the first half with a touchdown run, this backup quarterback, getting the most action of the year he's seen. Robert Fletcher as well, the tailback, gets inside the 40. So another good thing for Oaks, they can avoid a lot of injuries that have plagued them to some of the starters by resting them in this game with that huge lead. And there's another back, and he looks like he's ready to play. Shot out of a cannon. Jackson Sterling, the outside linebacker, also plays running back. He's excited to get his chance tonight. Not sure where to line up as Trey Johnson repositions Sterling. Boy, there's nothing like getting the ball in your hands as Trey Johnson with that height retrieves it. So that really messes up the timing on the handoff. Sterling goes right into the pile, but he will check out now and see if they send in another potential ball carrier. Fletcher back, number 1. The lone setback for Johnson, the 6'2 Johnson. I mentioned his height. That's why he was able to grab that high errant snap. They go to Fletcher. Fletcher gets through the first set of tacklers, kind of buckles his ankle, but safely, and then gains another 3 or 4 with some hard running. And he will head to the sideline. So musical running backs for Oaks as they've got the shuffle going on. Sterling now behind Johnson again.
All the way to the front.
Sterling into the pile. Not much.
Ball carrier number 3, Jackson Sterling,
Let's go, defense!
Sterling a sophomore, so as their careers progress, you think about it this way. Charbonnet, the backup tailback, with those 6 touchdowns last week, he's got to be in the lead in the future to be the starter. But Jackson Sterling, perhaps with something to say about it. You want competition on your team as well. Fighting for these jobs makes everybody's better. As Robert Fletcher spinning out for a couple yards. Fletcher, a junior, so he's got a little bit less time left in his high school career than the other 2 backs I mentioned. Fletcher checks out. Sterling checks back in. Tag team running backs. Trey Johnson looking comfortable thus far under center. There's Sterling. Boy, after that first contact, he kept charging. Got another 3 or 4 yards. As the march continues, in search of touchdown number 7 are the Lions. And they are threatening for the 3rd week in the row to eclipse 60 points. And that's Fletcher wrapped up that time. He had some strong blocking in the beginning of the play from number 75. Nico DeFranzo, an Air Force commit. But a good job by the Uni defender to wrap himself around the blocker and get enough of the ball carrier to bring him down. From the 6, Oaks knocking on the door once again. Do they have the keys? Looking for room. Sterling. Let's go with the ball, and Uni picks it up. Can't break out of there. Boy, they would have loved to break away. Touchdown return right there, but they'll take the ball. They'll take the possession. So for the first time tonight, Uni stopping an Oaks drive. Jackson Sterling, perhaps not so familiar and used to carrying the ball that much at the varsity level, lets one slip away, and he'll try to learn a lesson from that one. Sees a replay. Sterling moving left, looking for room, looking for the hole, and as he cuts back, held it out there just a second. A little bit of air under the ball. Uni getting a hand to poke it away. And the recovery. So now Uni, can they carry that many momentum onto offense? 3:47 to go in the 3rd quarter to Kai Rogers. Rogers looking to the air, throws complete. To his receiver, number 6, Kareem Miles. Second and 9. It's only a gain of 1. Rogers under center. Hands to the lone setback. And that D-line of Oaks shoring things up in the middle tonight. Got to be a welcome sight of relief for Jim Bankert as he was pounding the drum early in the year about his Oaks defense getting beat between the tackles. So sometimes it's about execution, not even about as much as you would think.
0 to 47.
The caliber of the opponent. If Oaks can get in the habit, the positive habit of just stopping the ball carriers between the tackles, the next time they find themselves in a real competitive game, those skills come into play. They might wrap up tacklers better, wrap up runners better with their tackles. A lot to work on, even in a game that is potentially out of hand as the ball pitched at the last second. And Oaks was just all up in the area code of Uni's offense. Not welcome visitors tonight. This 42-0 thrashing thus far of Uni. 3rd quarter running by quickly. 1:34 to go. I don't think either team wants to stop the clock much in a game like this. Punter again, nearly blocked again, and another poor punt. The 35, Riley Herrera, swarm of orange, brings him down. So it looked like one of those plays where he might have thought about fair catching it, but Uni was on top of it, noticing he didn't, and pushed him back with a small victory there, pushing Herrera back about 6 or 7 yards from where he first caught the ball. Referees might be friendly with their marking, however, as they are. Oaks starts this one from the 37. They've had that short field working all night long. What a gift. 12 men on the field for Uni as he tries to get off, but a flag flew. Not sure if it was a penalty on the offensive line or if the referee caught the defender of Uni trying to get out of the game before the ball was snapped.
Thank you.
Gives us a moment to mention some more of those Hollywood productions that have come through Uni High School. Television shows like Arrested Development, Parenthood, My So-Called Life. If you remember the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those school scenes. You were watching a fictional high school. That was actually a real high school, the school we're at tonight.
The sideline of the people.
And even though they are down 42-0, the Uni football program over the years, Jay Walker, former NFL quarterback, Titus Young, NFL wide receiver, and probably most famously, one of the best receivers in NFL history, one of the best and long-lasting careers in NFL history, Steve Smith Sr. Longtime Panthers turned Ravens standout. He once graced this field with his, well, what turned out to be NFL speed and skill. Also former Baltimore Oriole baseball player Kevin Millar. The third quarter has ended. We are about to go to the fourth. So no scoring in the third quarter. Quite a difference from the first two quarters of play where it was 42-0 Oaks. It's still 42-0 Oaks because nothing happened. They were knocking on the door, but that fumble by Jackson Sterling was recovered by Uni. But as the story has gone all night, Uni could not get anything going on offense. And so we find ourselves with 12 minutes to play. Same score as before. Trey Johnson, the backup quarterback, will end up most likely playing more of the game tonight than Matt Corral did as Johnson entered late in the second quarter. Short pass to number 88. I don't believe I've seen him this year either. Michael Owusu. Well, I've seen Owusu. What am I saying? Owusu usually in on the defensive action. But Owusu has had his moments at receiver. Oaks has a lot of different threats they can go to spread the ball around. They are heavy on Micah Pittman, and of course, why wouldn't you be with that kind of talent? Other than that, they do sprinkle the ball around to receivers like Herrera and Farrell. Jackson Sterling getting his coach's trust to carry the ball again after that fumble, and he does a good job gaining yardage up the middle. First catch by Owusu tonight, however. Trey Johnson, junior quarterback. Corral's a junior too, so if everything stays the same, they will be the two quarterbacks next season for Oaks as well, with another year of experience under their belt. Johnson throws it out to the right side. Looks like it was caught, possibly fumbled away. There's a flag, all kinds of action on that right side of the field. Michael Earhart, number 6. And they rule that pass incomplete. .17 to go. This game is flying by now. 8:33 p.m. We started a little after 7. So since we mentioned the movies that filmed here at Uni High, some TV shows, some of the famous athletes that came through here went on to professional careers. Naturally, many entertainers as well are notable alum of Uni. And these are just some of them, folks, but how about these names? Jeff Bridges, James Brolin, David Cassidy, famous composer Danny Elfman. Trey Johnson from the shotgun. 3rd and 8 to 22. Fires underneath the Fletcher, but Uni doing a good job of wrapping him up right away. See the replay? Johnson, composed from the shotgun. Uni defense, number 1 on top of that play. Number 3, low snap. Terrell Cox Jr. And now in all kinds of trouble back there is Trey Johnson, the big sack, sharing the duties, number 13 for Uni. And number 4. Number 4, Sean Davis. Trevor Kingunya. And Sean Davis probably getting credit there for half a sack each. Had to retrieve that name for you. It's not on the roster, number 13. First and 10, Uni with, I believe, their best field position of the night, starting at their own 39, so 61 yards to go. They would love to avoid the shutout. Everything matters, especially at the high school level, just for building this team's confidence, building the skills of these players, trying to have something to look forward to next week that they can build on and go, hey, you remember that drive in the middle of the 4th? We put it together. We executed in the trenches on the offensive line, found holes for the running or passing game, and got ourselves in the end zone. Let's do that again as we enter Western League play. That's got to be the thinking of Uni right now. And of course, Oaks just getting reps in for some of the players that don't see the field as much, and avoiding injury is key. Different quarterback in for Uni now as well. So 4 different quarterbacks seeing the field tonight. It's number 9, Michael James, the senior, now the signal caller for the Orange. At the 40-yard line. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Can Uni do it? Give this home crowd something to go home with. A touchdown in their pockets would be nice. And if the backup quarterback could lead the way, Michael James, that'd be an unexpected thrill. 6:42 to go. James, the handoff. Wow, number 51 for Oaks. All over that one in the backfield. Bryce Bennett paying a visit. He was nearly in the huddle territory of Uni. Check out the replay. Bryce Bennett eluding the offensive lineman. A couple of teammates joining him as well for the big loss. They mark it at the 38, loss of 2, 3rd down and 11, so another chance to convert a 3rd down for Uni. Can they do it? Michael James has his chance. And you never know. James could earn himself more playing time in future games if he can convert here. 2 backs. Low snap. Has to dig it off the ground. James picking it up, trying to get something going. But boy, all kinds of odds against him on that one. Another 4th down for Uni. #24. Jesse Raimundo. We have not said his name tonight. We probably should say his name more than anybody because he's seen the most action, it seems. The punter must be his 6th, 7th punt of the night. Also have to wonder, with 4:48 to go, should they go for it then? But they haven't had anything going on offense. A positive punt might be better for the team. He gets one off. Caught by Herrera. Fair caught. At around the 40. Still 42-0 for Oaks. On possibly the last drive of the game, we shall see. And with that, with our time dwindling down, I mentioned those entertainers. I want to keep that list going because former Uni High students, how about Judy Garland, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz? How about Marilyn Monroe? Storied history. Rocker Dave Navarro, actor Ryan O'Neal, Frank Sinatra Jr. and Nancy Sinatra. Number 23 for Oaks. Wow, what a run. Gets out of the pack down the sideline, breaking in the middle of the field and into the end zone. Bryce Farrell with the 60-yard touchdown run, the real exclamation point, the first score of the second half. Bryce Farrell, I think he was sending me a message up here saying, hey, stop talking about these entertainers. I'm on the field going 60 yards to pay dirt. Nice cut from the sideline to the middle of the field. Bryce Farrell looking for defenders, nobody near him, and he finds himself in the category of touchdown.
Hey, he's going somewhere. He's only a freshman, right?
Bryce Farrell, the freshman. Extra point is good. So, threatening again to reach that 60-point mark for the 3rd week in a row. But time dwindling out. 49-0. So how about that, the freshman coming in late in the game. I mean, he's been playing all night long, but getting his chance out of the backfield and breaking one loose. Would make Elizabeth Taylor and Tone Loke proud. I had to work the last 2 names in, folks. They also attended University High. Could they be more different? Former Hollywood starlet and 80s rapper, 90s rapper, who was in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Hey, it's 49-0. There's 2:11 to go. We're trying to cover all the bases from Uni High. Oaks Christian coming in will go to 4-2 on the season. The Uni Wildcats dropping out of the 500 category will fall to 2-3. 2 minutes to go. Culhane the kick. And the only thing to play for now as mishandling the return is Uni. With 1:45 to go. They would love to avoid the shutout. Can they find some magic, some piece of something in the end here? A broken play, a deep pass, get somebody loose in the open field. They've done it before. They scored 20 2 weeks ago against Lincoln. A touchdown last week against Culver City. They've got 80 yards to go, 73 seconds and counting down on the clock. Michael James still at quarterback. He replaced Takai Rogers, now the senior. James will close out this ball game. Now we're just playing out the string. "30 seconds. Maybe the last play of the game. From the 25-yard line. Shotgun. They hand it off in the middle. Number 8, Maxwell Obeng, will finish the game with that carry. So that's your story, folks. This book was written early in the first half when Oaks put up 42 first half points. And your final score, 49-0. The Oaks Christian Lions with a road victory at University High, defeating the Wildcats. First shutout of the season for Oaks. Meanwhile, Uni feeling the shutout blues for the second time already this year. Oaks moves to 4-2 their next game, October 7th. They start Marmonte League play at Newberry Park High. And Uni as well starts Western League play on the same night, October 7th, against their rival at Palisades High School. 49-0. 7 touchdowns by 6 different players, 2 by Micah Pittman. Michael, his brother at USC, check him out. But watch Micah at Oaks Christian. He's had a great few weeks. The young player, the sophomore, finding the end zone over and over for this Oaks Christian team. Oaks showing their depth tonight. Got a lot of players out there in the field. Have not seen as much action earlier in the season. Capping it off with that long touchdown run by Bryce Farrell. A glimpse of the future of Oaks. The freshman gets on the board. And that's it for LivePlaySports.tv tonight. I'm Patrick O'Sullivan with your call. The final once again, Oaks Christian 49, University High 0. Thank you for watching.